Luke Fischer always sees things from a slightly higher perspective, so it seems only fitting that the 7-foot standout went out on top. Fischer was named the state tournament MVP after helping Germantown complete its second consecutive perfect season. Luke then joined coach Steve Showalter at midcourt to accept his Mr. Basketball award.
Our first goal was to, get the gold ball. And, when I found out about Mr. Basketball, it was just, an added bonus. It wasn't the first thing on my mind at all.
Fischer, Germantown's only senior starter, led the Warhawks in both scoring and rebounding. He also guided junior post players Evan Wiesenberg and John Averkamp in their development.
Right away, he took that captain role, and he's been pushing us ever since Summer League. He's always been a great leader, always coaching me and John in the post and whatnot.
A fine student as well, Fischer has been on the honor roll every semester. Luke enjoys history, and he's traveled with his parents to London and to Rome.
It was just one of the coolest things ever. I've always kind of, found Roman history and ancient history like that really interesting, and it was cool to see the Colosseum and all the old monuments.
Although Luke won't be walking these halls or battling out on the court for the Warhawks next season, he expects Germantown to put a very strong team on the court again.
They're going to be big with, John and Evan, both 6'7". Also, with Monte running the point guard, he should, be really good next year and go somewhere in the future. And Jake can, shoot lights out.
Fischer says he still gets the occasional question as to why he chose to play at Indiana over Wisconsin. He says the Badgers didn't show quite as much interest. But Luke is thrilled to be Indiana-bound, and he's gotten plenty of support around school.
I see, students walking around with Indiana shirts on and sweatshirts on a lot now instead of Wisconsin stuff.
Luke's a great player, and he really represents our school, so I feel like Indiana's become a part of our school now, too.
Although basketball is a huge part of Luke's life, he doesn't just hang around his hoops teammates.
That's right. While he was being interviewed for this piece, his friend Cullen Labierski waited in the library. So we put him to work. Here's Cullen giving Luke his featured student athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.